What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Thai Live channel. I'm Min Thai, and in this podcast for you today, I want to talk to you about how much do nail technician really make as a career. Is it possible for a nail technician to make six figures? The reason why I want to talk to you about this is because I know there's a lot of people who are switching career and wanting to become a nail tech. High schooler graduating, wanting to become a nail tech. They might love the art, but at the end of the day, as a nail tech, you do it for the dough. And I know you see a lot of people on social media flaunting $300 set, $400 set, $1,000 set, and you want to make that much. I get it because I know corporate don't pay that much, but in reality, is it really that easy? Of course not. But is it impossible? Of course not. Let's really break it down how you can earn big buck as a nail tech, but let's really talk about how much nail tech really makes before we start the show. Get your mind right. Get your popcorn. Get that booty tight. I know y'all get excited for this introduction, but let's calm down real quick, y'all. The reason why I want to talk about this subject, y'all, because I don't want to lie to you. I don't want you to be fooled. I want you to be realistic. I know sometimes you are having this big dream. I'm a nail tech. I got my license. I'm going to be charging a couple hundred. And all of a sudden you realize, like, damn, I don't even have that much clientele. Damn, I was hoping to make like $5,000, $6,000 a month, but I'm only making $1,000 a month. The reason why I want to break this down to you is because you got to work hard towards everything. That's what being a nail tech is all about. Nail technician, y'all got three phases: the beginning phase, the veteran phase, and the think outside the box phase. Majority of the time, everybody's in the veteran phase eventually. But to get to the outside the box phase, we're going to talk about that later at the end of this show. But let's talk about the first phase. It's the beginning phase. When you guys are starting out, you're new. Your career is weak. Your skill is weak. You don't know anybody. You don't have any client. You could work for yourself. You could work for somebody. But at the end of the day, your skill is still not there to build a lot of clientele. So how is your pay going to match with your skill? You see what I'm saying? You want to get paid a lot, your skill got to match with the pay. That's how it works. So in the beginning, when you're starting out as a nail tech, things going to be a little bit bumpy because if you're coming from a corporate job where they're paying you hourly salary, you're seeing the same paycheck. Well, guess what? As a nail tech, it's not like that. Every week, every month, the pay is going to be different because you as a nail tech are not just a person that does nail. You are a person that runs your own business inside a cubicle of a nail station. That is what you need to look at yourself. Even if you work for somebody under a building, they own this place, but once you sit down in your station, you are your own business. Your goal is to build as many clientele as you can. Your goal is to learn as many concept, process, procedure as you can to make as much money. In the beginning, when I was starting out as a nail technician, I didn't know anything. I was starting out doing pedicure only. So yeah, I only make like $300 maybe in 2 weeks. I was excited because I didn't have any money at that moment. So $300 was great. But nowadays, I know it's hard for some of you. You make $300 a week and you look at like, man, when I was at corporate, at least I was making $400. Here, what do you expect? You're new. So you got to bypass that stage. You got to over that hump. And once you start building your skill set, you got to start making more clientele. Then now you're going to start seeing more income coming. You're going to go from $300 a week to maybe $500 a week. Yeah, that's better, right? But that takes time. It does. And a lot of times, you guys are so impatient nowadays. You don't understand. Us old school nail tech, we would spend all day from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. just waiting for the next client to walk in. That's how salon was ran. Nail tech was more patient. And that's how they able to make it over to the veteran phase. But in the beginning phase, you guys need to have patience. You guys need to learn to build one client at a time, take constructive feedback, and continue to learn and give yourself time to grow. The problem that I see with new generation nail tech is that y'all don't give y'all enough time. You work at certain plays and you be like, I don't like this play. I'm going to move on. Guess what? Do you know that if you're a nail tech and you're constantly moving to multiple salons, you're never going to have a clientele because clients not going to continue to follow you because you're not that special. I'm going to be real with you. There's a lot of nail tech out there can produce the same thing, give the best service. So at the end of the day, you have to do what's right for your client. And you have to be willing to learn and accept. As a nail tech growing up, you got to learn how to do everything. You can't pick and choose because nowadays, I know some of you guys, I don't want to do pedicure. I only want to do full set. But in that day, when you go to work and you got no full set and everybody's doing pedicure, you're just watching them, you're missing out too. In the beginning, the income is very unstable. That's why a lot of nail tech, especially the old school one, they were willing to do anything. Yeah, I do the fee. I do the polish chain. They don't care. Every service they get in, it adds up. That's the mentality to build your money, your income. And then once you get to the veteran stage, you have steady income. But let me break it down to you harder, y'all. Do you know if you search on Google, the average income for nail tech is $22,000 to $32,000. That's the average, bro. We are very low in the income bracket. The reason why is because as a nail tech, we still charge very low price. That's one. Second, it takes a lot of your body, your energy, your motion to make a lot, y'all. Your effort matters to what you get paid. What's that supposed to mean? You can start at 9 and you can do only 3 clients, or you can start at 9 and you can do 10 clients. So how many clients you take in a day really matters of what you make. And that's why you see a lot of the veteran nail tech. They can be there from 9 to 9, y'all, all day working 7 days a week because they know this industry. The only way you make money is you got to work. You take a break, you go on vacation, you don't get paid. There is no vacation time. That's the reality of this industry. So that's why as a nail tech, you can make $300 set, but I'll be honest with you, majority of the time, the set you're going to get is the basic set, one color, maybe some rhinestone, maybe a art on the ring finger. It's once in a blue moon that you're going to get a lot of fancy sets. I love a fancy set once in a while too, but you don't get that all the time. Sometimes clients just like the simple look. They change. So as a nail tech, yes, it's nice to make those bucks, but at the end of the day, those only come once in a while. You want to make money by building your client, okay? So now, that is only being said making money consistently. We're not talking about how to make 6 figures yet. So once you get to the veteran stage, you got to think outside the box. That's where nail tech elevate. This is where nail tech elevate. They start thinking like, hey, I've been working in the industry for so long. You know what? We can come out with a new color acrylic powder. We can come out with a new polish line. We can actually make pedicure chair. That's called thinking outside the box. And that's where nail technician eventually makes 6 figures. But if you are just doing nails, like if you're just doing flat out nails, then you better be doing like some crazy art. And you're going to charge them a couple $100 to $1,000 a set for you to make 6 figures. But you as a nail tech, like just doing nails and pedicure, if you want to make 6 figures, you got to put in at least 12 hours a day, work 7 days a week, and you got to take in a lot of clients nonstop. I mean, just do the math. If you're a nail tech, you know what you put in is what you get out. It doesn't matter. The formula doesn't change. So you either work super hard and break your back, break your health, and make 6 figures, or you take it to another notch where nail tech think outside the box, where they make their own product line. Like I said earlier, they start teaching, they start making content like myself, and that's how nail technician makes 6 figures. Or they own their salon, or there's different way to make 6 figures as a nail technician, but it takes you to the third phase where you have to think outside the box, willing to take the risk. And that's how you do it, my friend. But that journey right there that I'm sharing with you is a long journey. Some people, it takes them 10 years to own a salon. Some people have to work 20 years just to finally say, I'm going to have my own product line. Some people even have product line and still don't even make it. It's a big risk. Everything you do as a nail tech, there's a big risk. But like I always tell people, no risk, no glory. You got to put in the risk. But that is how you make money in the nail industry. So technically, to sum this up, as a nail technician, we probably make only 30,000, 40,000. If we're lucky, we make 50,000. If you're more lucky, you make 60,000. That's about it. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you can make six figure, but it's how much effort, time, and client you take in those days. But in order for you to make six figures, like myself, I had to think outside the box. You know, I had my business at one point. I started teaching at one point, but I found my passion. I love being a content creator. I love sharing my thoughts to you guys, helping the next generation, helping you guys grow, helping you guys become successful. Because at the end of the day, guys, that's all I want from you. I want you to be realistic. I want you to grow authentically and organically. And that's how most success people do it. They work hard, they give themselves time to grow, and they execute and they take risks. So I hope you guys love this segment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me share. I want you to hear your feedback about your experience, about your growth in the nail industry. I want you guys to tell me, was it hard for you at first? How do you maintain your income? Because as a nail tech, you eventually learn that you kind of have to run your own business. Nobody controls. You don't have a boss. You're your own boss, right? So let me know in the comment. I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I hope you guys learned something from this segment. I hope you guys go out there and do some awesome nails and get the next client and become successful at your own will. Before we end the show, you know how we like to get down. We got to change the vibe. Thank you for listening, y'all. Y'all make my day as always.